So there have been a couple of cool theories stemming from the Doctor Strange trailers that have been floating around online regarding what we could see from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and what this could mean for Marvel moving forward. And actually there are some pretty interesting ideas that people have had. One of the most obvious things that I saw was in the trailer. It was Patrick Stewart's voice when he was like, it looked like a TVA kind of thing. It looked like they were like apprehending him or arresting him. And you hear Patrick Stewart's voice, the voice of Professor X from the X-Men franchise. Did you pick up on that?
I did not notice. Yeah, I know who Patrick Stewart is from Star Trek, but no, I didn't notice his voice.
So it's basically confirming that we're going to have an X-Men cameo in this.
Oh, okay.
With the multiverse, they're kind of opening it up to, they're going to introduce the X-Men as like, at least in this, there's actually a few theories here. First of all, Professor X, you heard Patrick Stewart's voice. That's pretty much confirmation that he'll be in it. Which is interesting because with what he's unlocked with his, cerebral powers, you would say, oh, okay, maybe he can kind of transcend and get into this multiversal realm and, so that's pretty cool. The other rumor is that Hugh Jackman, I've seen that Hugh Jackman might be reprising his role as Wolverine. Obviously, he put down that mantle, but I think he's up for doing a cameo.
Interesting.
So that could be interesting to see. I don't know how much I think it's just a cameo. I don't know how much importance he could have. I think it would be cool to see him, and it would provide that cool little fan moment where, if you remember in Spider-Man No Way Home, or even in Endgame, what we really need is when we're at a theater and the audience is cheering for something, I think the audience could cheer for all those. And I think that would just be really, really great fun to see. They don't need to have a lot to do with the story, but just to see them again would be really cool.
Yeah, I think that would be cool if they did bring X-Men into this universe. I would like to see that in the future, bringing them more into the Marvel movies and getting X-Men reprised. I don't know who owns the X-Men IP.
It was Fox. Well, so Fox owned it.
Okay, so Disney owns it now.
Yep, so Disney now owns it. So I think I don't want to see them merge the X-Men universe into this Marvel universe. I don't want to see them merge it, but I would like to see them introduce that as like a separate multiverse kind of thing. I kind of like what they're doing with the Venom movies. Like Venom is in his own continuity.
Right.
And they're kind of telling that story, and they can have some crossover with the multiverse, but they keep them isolated because, like I was saying earlier, when the X-Men have something that happens on a global scale again, you would say, well, where are the Avengers that are still left? Where's Captain Marvel? Where are all these other ones they're building up? Where are the Eternals, So to keep them separated helps to keep those storylines kind of clean and neat, and you can keep them merging. So I hope they don't merge them after this. I hope they keep them separate, but we get to visit. It's kind of like a greatest hits, almost like Spider-Man. You get to visit these different universes. And then the other theory is that Reed Richards, played by John Krasinski, might be making an appearance as well. So that he's been contacted basically for the Fantastic Four. He's
interesting. Okay.
But yeah, so that he might be making an appearance as well, because that's a big fan thing, a fan push for him to be Reed Richards and the leader of the Fantastic Four.
Sure.
So.
I was never a huge fan of the Fantastic Four. They just didn't vibe with me. But, I mean, it'd be cool to see John Krasinski. And they'd probably, since I'm such a big fan of what Marvel does for the most part now, I'm sure when they would bring back the Fantastic Four, it would be pretty cool.
Right. So I do think that if you're able to introduce the Fantastic Four into the Marvel universe, that's one I do think they need to merge in. If they grab him from another universe or grab the Fantastic Four from another universe and bring them to this continuity, maybe their universe gets destroyed in this. That would be really cool, because I feel like the Fantastic Four are not excellent on their own and in their own universe, but I feel like they're much better, and that some of the comics that I really enjoyed were where they would interact with other heroes from other comic books. So that's where I really think they could fit into an Avengers kind of scenario and be very cool. Like, you could see them on that team, and that would provide some really interesting, dynamics and much needed leadership. I think I don't see Captain Marvel being the leader of this new Avengers, and I some of these other ones they're setting up, I don't see Spider-Man being its leader.
No. I mean, maybe Strange, but I don't really see Strange as a leader. I feel like he's very strong leadership for himself. He feels a little more solo of a character than leading the Avengers or whatever. I could see him do that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think Doctor Strange, it seems like with everything that they've introduced with him so far, he's usually got his hands full with his responsibilities, overseeing, these realms or whatever. So he's usually pretty preoccupied with that. And I think that's what they've kind of done with Captain Marvel as well. Like, her excuse during Endgame was, there's a lot of other worlds that have problems as well that I gotta fix. So that's why she's always elsewhere fixing all the other problems, because, their issues are bigger. So
yeah, and I don't think anyone would want to see her as a leader. She's shown zero charisma on screen. Every time she shows up, she just has a blank face.
Yeah.
I feel like, and she's just like, okay, I'll go blow things up. Bye. Okay. All right, yeah, that was exciting.
Yeah, there are a lot of problems with that character. So I really hope that from Doctor Strange, that's kind of my theory for like how it would work out. In the most interesting way would be to introduce the Fantastic Four, kind of like tease them, to go touch on the X-Men franchise and kind of hint toward a continuation of that, now under Marvel Studios banner. So I think this movie really presents a tremendous opportunity to expand into the future, to give fans something really to look forward to, especially if they introduce the Fantastic Four. I could see them really helping with the next intergalactic threat that comes onto the screen, or that they want to introduce, whether that be Kang the Conqueror, that comes out of this after Doctor Strange beats the evil version of himself, after he kind of ties this up, and then he sees that he's not the only one with these powers, with these abilities that can, among these many multiverses, go and try to control and make things get out of hand. Also, I'm very interested to see where Wanda lands. If she becomes evil and ends up fighting against Strange, becomes perhaps another antagonist, or if she kind of course corrects. And so I think that it's a really good opportunity to set up the next phase, and if we get some more interesting heroes in there, that could be pretty exciting moving forward. But let us know what you guys think of these theories. Is there anyone that you would like to see make a cameo or make an appearance from another Marvel universe in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. If you like this video, we'd appreciate you leaving a thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe for more entertainment news and reviews. Thanks for checking out this video, guys. We'll catch you next time.